discuss there. So while the world was watching these two in Hanoi, talking, shaking hands and all of that in Hanoi, two nuclear-armed neighbours, tensions between them reaching boiling point, jets shot down, prisoners taken, of course, India and Pakistan there. Two nuclear-armed nations who really are at a crisis point. It's certainly been viewed as that. Look at this. These are the words from the Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan saying, "I ask India, with the weapons you have, the weapons we have, can we really afford a miscalculation?" So the idea here, with this crisis going on at the exact same time that the eyes of the world are on discussions with North Korea about denuclearization, are we missing the point? Well, Paul Ingram, he is an expert on nuclear non-proliferation based in London. He certainly thinks that we're all getting distracted. This is what he had to say to me earlier in the Cube.
So the reason why North Korea is so much of a focus is because it involves the United States directly. But the potential flashpoint in South Asia between India and Pakistan has always been more serious in the immediate term. These two states both have over 100 nuclear warheads apiece. They have fought wars even whilst possessing nuclear weapons, the only countries to have done so.
100 nuclear warheads apiece pointed at one another at a time when Pakistan has promised to return the prisoner they took. But you can see these are real tensions, a real situation here. But let's go back perhaps to one of the oldest nuclear rivalry, the United States and Russia. Let us not forget the INF treaty signed by these two men, Gorbachev there. And then these two have come along and withdrawn. Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump both pulling out, efforts ongoing to try and save the INF treaty, with both the United States and Russia pointing the finger at the other one. Fears here of a new global nuclear arms race kicking off between the United States and Russia. But then what about those nations who want to get in on the nuclear club or have wanted to? Well, let's not forget the Iran nuclear deal. The whole point of that was to curb Iran's nuclear ambitions. The United States has pulled out. Europe is keeping the deal on life support. And then, of course, Saudi Arabia. Now, this is interesting. A report released by the Congress, the Committee on Oversight and Reform, let me just pull that up for you, saying that they have credible information from, as they say, multiple whistleblowers warning about efforts inside the Trump White House to speed up the process of passing on confidential nuclear information to the Saudis. Why does it matter? Saudi Arabia and Iran, of course, arch rivals fighting a proxy conflict in the region. The idea here, any suggestion this is going on, will be viewed in Tehran as a potential threat. So you can see here, Tessa, when we're talking about the issue, it is much broader than simply the United States and North Korea. When we're looking at the world's nuclear club, you can see how dangerous this is and how many potential flashpoints there are in the bigger picture.